Alright, man, peace. So as many brothers know who've been on my channel for a long period of time, I've held on for a while, still declaring LeBron James the overall best player in the NBA. The main reason for that is because when I look around the NBA landscape, there are just not that many alpha mentality having players in the league. There are a lot of very talented cats in the NBA. But when I look at so many of these dudes, whether it's Anthony Davis, or it's Kevin Durant, or even Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Joel Embiid, Kyrie Irving. Once again, these dudes can ball, but they're missing something upstairs. And LeBron James is nowhere near the leader of a Magic Johnson, and Isaiah Thomas, a Larry Bird, a Michael Jordan, and then Hakeem Olajuwon. He's just not. Not even a Tim Duncan. But in this era, with these dudes, I have a very difficult time because, of course, Kevin Durant overall has a better offensive skill set than LeBron James, and defensively he's much better. But he does not even trust himself to lead his own team right now. I just don't see it with KD. I see somebody who just wants the ball. I would love to replace LeBron with him, or I would have loved to replace LeBron with him a while ago, but I just can't do it. Giannis is still growing. James Harden hasn't won the big one yet. Anthony Davis, he wants somebody else to be the leader. He does not want to be the leader. Steph Curry, he'd probably be the person who, of any of these players, I would say, even has a modicum of leadership ability just because of how he conducts and carries himself and how he knows how to keep things in a proper perspective. But I can't count on him in certain moments. And then on top of that, you can get him to doubt himself. Kyrie has proven himself to be very immature. Kawhi, even though I don't mind his personality, as a matter of fact, I extol the notion of someone who loves themselves so much that they don't feel the need to try to impress other people by being fake outgoing when they're really not. Be you, be who you are. And through that mechanism, he's able to control the media because the media is intimidated by Kawhi Leonard because he always controls the narrative, because he refuses to give them what they want when it comes to entertainment. But just getting back to LeBron James, that's why up to now it's been very difficult for me to take him out of that top spot. But right now, with the performance of his team and how he's had certain meltdowns and very poor decisions in how to lead his team, I'm going to have to take him out of that top spot right now when it comes to being the best player in the NBA. Right now, I'm going to have to put Giannis up there because of how he conducts himself, the year that he's having, the way that his teammates seem to enjoy playing with him and amplifying what he does. For right now, I have to put Giannis up there at the very top. And yes, Giannis has leapfrogged Steph Curry and Kevin Durant for this season. Now, as overall players, I would still have Giannis behind LeBron, KD, Steph Curry, because he has to prove it in the playoffs. But for this season, if you were to ask me who's having the best season and who I would call the MVP, it would be Giannis. And who I would call the best player this year is Giannis, because they can be two different things. But right now, it's very, very fluid because, once again, most of these guys don't have an alpha personality. So that's why it's taken me so long to take LeBron James out of that seat and move him down. But anyway, Stephen A. Smith has come to a very similar conclusion. So they're going to talk about it, and I'm going to chime in.
Stephen A.
Yes.
Biggest problem with the Lakers?
Max Kellerman. Biggest problem with the Los Angeles Lakers is LeBron James.
Yo, Stephen A. smirking like he know he going to get into some shit by what he about to say.
Oh.
Let me say this.
Oh.
As we sit here right now today, excuse me.
I was not expecting that answer,
Did you just say that the biggest problem with the Lakers is LeBron James?
Did I stutter? The biggest problem with the Los Angeles Lakers is LeBron James. And keep that camera on me because I got a lot of stuff on my mind.
Oh, Stephen A. Crabman was, keep that camera on me. I'm about to tear somebody's ass up.
That I need to get off my chest. From this day forward, we're going to stop calling LeBron James the best player in the world.
I agree. I think that you kind of have to. Just looking at the season that he's had and the season that his team has had, can't call him the best player in the world right now. It's close, but you just can't.
We're going to stop that right now.
And I'm sure a lot of dudes going to be in the comment section, I've been told you that. I even have LeBron in my top 20. I ain't got that nigga in my top 20. Right now, number 20 on my list is Boobie Gibson. Boobie Gibson ain't even in the NBA, but I have him above LeBron. I'm just saying, though.
Now, LeBron James is obviously great. the Mount Rushmore and all of that other stuff. I mean, do I need to put up a ticket for you? Because God forbid I'm critical now. God forbid I do that.
You better put up that ticker.
God forbid that I say, oh my goodness, LeBron James, that I point out that he ain't playing his defense on too many occasions, that guys are blowing by him, that guys are salivating for the opportunity for LeBron James to be defending them so they can
Absolutely, Highway 23.
Can abuse him because he's not 100% healthy. We recognize that, okay? And
well, LeBron wasn't playing good defense when he was 100% healthy.
What I'm primarily saying about him not being the best player in the world right now.
Yeah, nigga, what are you saying? Get to the point.
Is because LeBron James is not 100% healthy, okay?
You said that already.
Okay? If he's 100% healthy and he's got that extra motor in him, then that would be different. But age, attrition, or injury, something is not right. He doesn't look like himself.
Or maybe all three.
I understand that Kuzma isn't giving me what I expected from him over recently. Even though Brandon Ingram dropping 27 one game, 29 another, 32 last night, whatever the case may be.
Stop bringing up them young boys. Ingram and Kuzma played very well this season. Stop bringing them up.
The bottom line is he's too inconsistent. Lonzo Ball is injured. Luke Walton is a problem. He's a liability right now.
Luke Walton ain't no problem. He's a dead man walking. That's what his ass is.
Now, because I don't understand how you sit up there and you get a guy, in a trade like Muscala or somebody, and he plays when you first acquire him, and then he's got a whole bunch of DNPs before last night, for crying out loud.
Because he don't know what to do with him. That's why. Remember something. Luke Walton was not hired by Rob Pelinka. So Luke don't know what the hell Rob Pelinka is doing sometimes. They had a very good center in Zubac. They traded him for whatever reason. Bought in this new guy. And they added to this, okay, here's another ingredient for the dish. Just throw it in. And Luke is, trying to be a chef. He don't know what to do with that. What the hell you just bought?
Okay, I don't understand how Lance Stevenson can be balling in the first half and doesn't see but a second of playing time in the second half. So there's a lot of things to point out. But guess what? LeBron James would overcome it. The great LeBron James. The greatest player in the world. The king. Your king. Sorry to sound like my man Shiggy, but it's the truth. Your king.
Oh, man, that was one of the funniest impersonations I've ever seen when that dude Shiggy this Stephen A. Smith. Is this your king? Your king? Look, here's the fact of the matter. LeBron James is approaching the back nine. All right? That's a golf term, but that's what he's doing. He might be on the back nine right now. People think that just because he's 34 that it's commensurate with Michael Jordan when Jordan was 34. No, LeBron is approaching that Michael Jordan Washington Wizards era. Okay? And he can't just dominate the overall game like he could back a few years ago, because the game today is so wide open. It's so much about three-point shooting that to a degree LeBron can be nullified. Now, to his credit, he has expanded his own game and he's become a relatively proficient three-point shooter himself. But he's never going to be the dominant regular season player, at least when it comes to victories, that he was in the late 2000s with Cleveland, when they were winning 66 games and 61 games, and even the first few years in Miami, where that 1 year I think they won 66 games. He's not going to be that player in this era. In this era, LeBron's going to struggle to get to 50 wins. He really is. Unless they get an Anthony Davis, which I don't think they will in this offseason. I think that New Orleans is going to go out of their way to trade Anthony Davis to an Eastern Conference team. I think that next year he's going to have the same squad, and they're going to have the same problems.
Okay, the greatest player in the world. Where is he? The fact of the matter is that we are seeing LeBron James, and we're hearing a bunch of sound bites. We're seeing 8 for 23 shooting like last night. We're seeing him call cats out. But LeBron James has overcome lesser rosters. Now, he's in the Western Conference, so it's a different ballgame. And maybe that has something to do with it. But at age, maybe the fact he's 34 years of age.
I tell you, this dude Joakim Noah, he's a master troll. This nigga been trolling LeBron for like 12 years now.
Man, that's got something to do with it. I don't know what the case is. But all I'm saying is to you is I'm looking at the Los Angeles Lakers. And I'm watching this team perform. And regardless of the inconsistencies, the inability to shoot the basketball, whatever the case.
Look at the ref. The ref like, get out my face, you big squarehead nigga. You know damn well you spun right into it. Get the hell out of my face. It's a charge.
Case may be. Tell me one thing that you're seeing from the rest.
I said back up. You don't back up, that won't be the last charge. There'll be some police charges on your ass. Get the hell about my face.
Rest of them that was not anticipated. What we didn't anticipate is that LeBron James would look less than what we know LeBron James to be. Now, again, I'm attributing most of it to injury. But damn it, there's other dudes that are playing in this league. And even if it's because you're injured, there are dudes, mainly your boy the Greek Freak, mainly a Paul George, to a lesser degree of James Harden. Don't get me started with Kevin Durant.
Well, all those players are having a better season than LeBron. But the Greek Freak is the only player right now that I would say, you know what, if we had an imaginary draft, I would probably take Giannis over LeBron right now, as long as he had the correct teammates around him and, the correct coach. But you could say that with any player. You could say that with LeBron James also. He needs a certain personnel with him. But right now, with how impactful Giannis is on offense and defense, I would be willing to put him above LeBron right now. I can't say that about KD, and of course certain people are going to say, how could you say that right now? KD's won 2 championships. Yes, but KD has not shown me that he's willing to lead. Giannis has shown me that he's willing to lead. I'm just talking about this season. That's it. If we're going career, no, of course not. Giannis is not above KD. He's not above LeBron. I mean, still right now, honestly, my list remains the same if we were to talk about who are the best players. But right now, with the year that Giannis is having in conjunction with the year that LeBron James is having, Giannis has leapfrogged a lot of guys. He really has. So the pressing thing for him is going to make sure that he can get at the very least to the Eastern Conference Finals. With the way his team is playing, they have to get to the finals. They really do. But my list of best players in the league right now will be Giannis, number 1. Number 2 will be KD. Number 3 will be Kawhi. Number 4 will be Steph Curry. I have to put Kawhi over Steph just based on what I've seen with Kawhi's impact on that Toronto Raptors team. And I expect them to challenge the Milwaukee Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals. It would not shock me if the Celtics get knocked out in the first round. But as I've stated, they have the highest ceiling. So it also wouldn't shock me to see them get to the finals. I think that the NBA playoffs are going to be the most entertaining that we've seen in a very long time, because there's a lot of balance on both the Western and the Eastern Conference side. But with LeBron James' decline, it really has shaken up the entire hierarchy of the NBA. It really has. And for me to put KD as the number 1 guy, he has to show me leadership skills. He's never shown me any. He just hasn't. So by default, I have to put Giannis number 1 right now. But it's tenuous.